Hi friends, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we're here at Ressler Design Company to take a look not only at how the garden library is shaping up, but also so that we have the opportunity to chat with Josh and Tyler, the owners of Ressler Design Company, about not just this garden library, but also two more sheds that they've built. I'm really excited to share with you a modern shed that they built and also one that they built with their children that is now a playhouse. So without further ado, let's meet Josh and Tyler Ressler from Ressler Design Company. So here we have the dream team. Josh, our talented carpenter, and his beautiful wife Tyler, who I've been communicating with about this vision the entire time, and she's been absolutely wonderful. She's going to tell us a little bit about the materials that we're using and also explain whether or not we can transport this to our forever home.
Working with Danielle has been an absolute dream. She calls us the dream team. She has been the dream client, first of all. We have been able to truly customize this to exactly, I'm hoping, her vision that she had in her mind. We wanted to use as much reclaimed material as we possibly could, while at the same time having the structure be completely sound, so that way she can move it from house to house, and making sure that this lasts, a lifetime for her. Josh has transformed some of these windows and turned them into, one unit, which what used to be 3 separate windows. Some custom trim around the doors and the windows, and yet the interior is built with all new material, so that way Danielle has exactly what she wants, hopefully for a long time, that will be able to see her through and maybe even the next homeowner of her house. A little bit of how we got started was, if you look behind us over here, we have a shed, we call it the playhouse, that matches our house currently. We used to have a swing set there, and our daughters were getting to the age of wanting to be outside with their friends and kind of hang out versus playing so much. Yeah. And so she asked Josh if he could build her a playhouse. And so they decided to sit down one night and sketch, what the dream playhouse would be. And he just so happened to be the master of all trades and brings home everything from work. And we were able to use, reclaimed material that even looks modern. So it was, some used windows from his jobs and cedar siding and the siding that matches our house. And we also homeschool our children. So a lot of the behind the scenes that you don't necessarily see, even with Danielle's structure here, is being helped with our children. We're doing measurements with them and explaining to them, why the meetings are important, why the clarity is important, even getting pictures and how the vision might be different from what I see versus what Danielle sees, and making sure that we are making that mesh together likewise. So so that playhouse was essentially the start of our dream. And ever since we built that, we've had so many people ask us, can you make a playhouse for us? Or you guys should be doing this on your own. Like, why doesn't Josh start his own business? And it triggered something in our minds, probably within the last 5 years, of wanting to break off on our own. And we decided to take the plunge this year. And thank goodness we were able to share with some dear friends of ours. They shared our post, which connected us to Danielle. And Josh originally bought flowers for me from Danielle's stand, which is such a small world. It's really full circle. The story here is just fantastic. So that just intrigued something in us, and we decided to take the plunge this year. And we actually built another shed that is more of like our custom vision that we were thinking, that someone might like, and we can go up and show you that in just a minute.
This was really kind of the start of the whole thing, and once we had this built, it was so much fun to do it and just to kind of see it come together.
Well, I'm so thankful that you decided to start this business. Friends, Josh doesn't have a mic on, so I'm sorry if the sound is a little bit different, but I definitely want to ask him about a dehumidifier. A lot of people have been wondering about how many books we're going to put in this library. Josh, will we need to have a dehumidifier in there since we're going to be insulating our cottage?
As long as you have proper ventilation, which yours will, you put baffles in the ceiling, between the rafters, and before you put the insulation in. You know, you have your ridge vents and make sure everything's just so that the house can breathe. You know, that's really key. And as long as proper ventilation's in there, I don't think you'll need to run a dehumidifier. And you know, again, that's another personal preference. If it's still too uncomfortable for you in there, you could, but I don't think it'll be necessary really. As long as, you know, and again, that's the beauty of yours, Danielle, is that the outside will look like, you know, more of a cottage or a garden library, but the inside will be structurally, you know, sound when it comes to ventilation, insulation, and, you know, everything properly done. So yeah, I don't think you'll have to worry about the humidity really.
I think we've had a Bible in there since the since the shed was built, and it has yet to. That's what you're looking at, the Bible on the table. It has yet to have any type of mold or discomfort. I apologize. It really is a playhouse.
It is a playhouse, yeah.
So, as you're looking in there. But yeah, no, the kids are constantly bringing paper in there and just playing, and we've never had to throw anything out that's in there, or even just toys. You know, there's been like baby toys, baby blankets, things that like I cherished, and I'm like, oh, that's up at the playhouse, and it ends up being exactly the way that it was when it came out.
Wow, that is really great information. That's really a weight off my shoulders that we won't have to be running a dehumidifier all the time. So you guys told me you have another garden shed for sale. Do you think we can take a look at that?
So this is our current shed that is for sale. This is not finished on the interior. However, it always could be. But this was all Josh's vision. So him and I together, we kind of picked like a color scheme that we were thinking, and there's a lot of houses that are being built currently that have more of the like the white farmhouse or more modern with the black windows. And so we wanted to kind of stick to that. So that way, you know, they have these beautiful homes and they don't have to have this red barn shed in the back of their property, when ultimately, you know, they paid a great price point for the house, but they need storage for their lawnmower or whatever the case may be. So we wanted to do double doors, so that way if they did want to use this to store their lawnmowers or whatever, you know, both open. But also, at the economy that we're at and the interest rates currently, we wanted it to be a space that they could have like an outside office. A lot of people are working remote, and they can't necessarily sell their house and buy a new house and be able to afford it because of the interest rates right now. So maybe if they have some square footage on their land, that they can put an outdoor office, pool house, playhouse, you know, whatever their needs may be, then they have access to doing that.
That's one of the great things about this, you know, with, like you said, with the double doors, you know, if you wanted it to just be a regular shed, it could be that, you know, you can bring big equipment in and out if you like, or, you know, or it could be, yeah, a home office, or, but it still gives you the aesthetic look that is much more pleasing than some of the, you know, some of the other sheds that are for sale now. And again, you know, this could look however you want. It can match your house. It could have different sizes to it.
When we do a project, if we can put as many windows as possible, that's what we do. So we have all these windows. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 windows plus the double doors, just to also, you know, just play with the feeling of making it feel bigger than what it might be as well, and just being beautiful.
I agree. It's absolutely stunning. Could you tell us how much this one is?
Right now we're currently asking $7,500, and if you're local to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, it's free local delivery. Obviously that can vary depending on your finishes or the interior as well. But this, we wanted to have like a base structure that was also just fabulous.
Yeah.
Well, I think you guys are just fabulous, and I'm so thankful for you, and I think our whole family here on YouTube is thankful for you as well. Friends, would you do me a favor and give this video a like and share it with any friends and family that you might have that are interested in adding a beautiful garden shed into their backyard. You will absolutely adore working with this wonderful team. I'm going to put their links in the description section below. And what's better than supporting a customer, a neighbor, and now what I think is going to be a lifelong friend. So thanks so much to Ressler Design Company for this wonderful video, and happy gardening to all of you guys out there. Bye.